Should I start a podcast or write a book to build my authority? That is the topic we're talking about today. And I don't have to tell you that since the pandemic, there has been so much new podcasters and yes, new authors too that have started in the space. And just let me tell you, most are hobbyists just starting out and they're trying to get their foot in the game and learn the systems. But most are doing it wrong. Stick around to the end and I'll answer this question. But what you should be asking is, how can I use a book to leverage my podcast? Or how can I use a podcast to leverage my book and my business? The fact of the matter is, no one should be starting a podcast or writing a book without starting a business, without having something else in the back end to sell to those audiences. We're not able to help everyone on a podcast or just in a book. Yes, you could put all your content in a book and the best of the best in your book, but you need to be able to take your ideal client, your customers, your future customers in a space, in like a coaching program or a course where you can help them more, like more close proximity to them, in a Zoom call or however you decide to like structure your business. Can help them more by answering their questions directly, and that's how you're going to be paid. Some, yes, have started podcasts on YouTube and they get monetized, but then they get burnt out because you have to deal with solely by ad revenue and all these things. And as I said, thousands of new podcasts that have started, especially since the pandemic. It's been overwhelming. So you are fighting for attention. Now, it's a really good tool to get your voice out. But my suggestion would be to use your podcast as leverage for both your business and your books, and use your books as leverage for your podcast and your business. Let me explain. A book is an undercover sales rep in your business. This one is called Stealing from God. A book can be used as leverage, a soft, unassuming, covert sales rep in your business by introducing your future clients to your products and services and also to yourself and how you do business for them to consider working with you. Okay, so a book is also a seed. So when you are speaking on your content, obviously you should write a book about your topic, right? When you are speaking about your content online, you want to be able to reference your book in the conversation. And here is the big thing I want to tell you about a book. Give your book away for free. Don't write a book. Don't just write a book for selling copies. You are using your book as a lead magnet. Okay? So whether it's paperback book or a digital version or an audio book, since you're a podcaster, you might want to do your audiobook because you have the voice for that. Whatever the format is, seed your book to your audience because they're ideal because they're listening to you, and the book will establish your credibility as an author and into that space. Another way you could give away your book is you can do this strategically. Let's say you're interviewing someone, they also have your type of audience. Let's say your podcast is about dog training. So their audience might be parents, okay? But your book is written about just dogs. You can still crossbreed. Okay, that's like a pun. You can still crossbreed audience as long as it's not like totally far-fetched, right? So you may want to give your book to this interviewer, a couple copies, 50 copies, whatever, and for them to give to their ideal audience when they do presentation as a free gift, right? Because you're seeding your book and the harvest will come later on. But make sure your guest is one of the guests that has an audience. If they're new and just building, this won't work. But if they already have a following, a fan base, an audience already, this works perfectly, because when someone else represents you, that guest goes to their group or clients or wherever they go, and they're gonna take your book and they're like, I'm going to give you a copy of my friend's book. Frank is an amazing person, and his book changed my life in yada da 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 and so forth. That's different from you like, here's my book, have a copy. Because when the reference holds more weight than you like just telling someone to read your book. Because they're now borrowing from that interviewer's credibility. So consider those things, so you can use your book as leverage as a marketing tool. So I told you it's a secret sales rep. You can do contests. Like listeners, tuning in, you propose, okay, next Wednesday, I'm giving away 20 copies of this book, and just come in and just tell me your name, and then I'll add you to the list and you mail it out. So you're not only getting email address, you're getting addresses, because you got to mail the book if it's a hard copy, right? And it's just, okay, let me just backtrack. There is something, we're in an age of Amazon age, and it doesn't matter what you order from Amazon. There is something about getting a tangible, I don't have like a packet right now, but like a tangible thing in the mail. But gone are the days where you get email, like, oh my God, I got an email. That's overrated now. Now it's like opening your front door and you see a brown package or a box, and you open that box and you get a gift, and you're like, oh my God, you get a gift. So yes, they might be expecting it, but it's just a different feeling, and it's a different trust and credibility. And make sure, because this is one of the things I help my clients with. When you are writing a book, because it's a secret sales rep, you have to sprinkle in how you can help them. Okay? You have to know how to verbiage, how you can help them, and how they can contact and get in contact with you, so that it's not just doing this for bragging rights or getting your book all over the place, and not telling them how you can help them more. So those are some of the ways I would use a book to build my relationship with my podcast audience and my business. So the answer is, to the question, should I start a podcast or should I write a book? And the answer is, you should do both. Like, it's clear, right? You could have answered that yourself. You should do both. Now, a better question is, which one should start first? I would say start the podcast first. Like, get it set up, because a book can take you, I mean, yes, you can write a book in 30 days, but what kind of book is that? I have something, I coined the term the Amazon graveyard. You don't want your book to end up on the Amazon graveyard. There are like millions of books, people just writing books and whatever stick. We want to write books with the content that can help people. So you would have to do your research, your strategies and your marketing plan inside of the book. So that can take anywhere from, it depends on the size of the book. It depends on if you already have content. So minimum 30 days, but that's pushing it, 30 to 90 days to get a professionally published book done. So, but a podcast, you probably already have all your tools to start. So it depends. You can start with the easiest, but still, chip away at the book. So that is my answer, is to do both. Watch this next video, how to start writing a nonfiction book.